Welcome to another tutorial on trading strategies. Today, I want to share an incredible strategy with you that gives us a win rate of 80 to 90%. This strategy is very practical, and I can almost say that you can forget about losing with this strategy. The win rate of this strategy is above 80 to 90%, and I recommend you stay with me until the end of this analysis. The settings we apply and the way we use the indicators are completely different and customized for this strategy. Before anything, hit the subscribe button, and if the number of likes on this post reaches above 50, I will provide this strategy as an expert advisor in MetaTrader 4 and 5 on the channel so you can use it. Alright, today we are working with three indicators. One of the indicators is the EMA. The EMA is set on the 52 time frame. I will provide this explanation for you. The strategy can work for you regardless of the time frame you use. In my video, I work on a 5-minute time frame, but you can use any time frame you want. And even for scalping trades on a 1-minute time frame, you can use this strategy. So that the first indicator we add is the EMA to identify the overall market trend, meaning we use the EMA itself to determine the general trend. Now the oscillator we use is the MACD indicator. Well, if we add the MACD, just because I don't want you to be bothered, as you may know, we don't need the signal line. Only for the first time you use the MACD in this context, you don't need the signal line. In the other settings, 12, 9 and 26, remain the default settings. So for your convenience, we add the MACD. And the next oscillator we use is the MFI. Let me explain in detail. You absolutely must change this number from 14 to 22. And in addition, I will also draw a clear and distinct line to mark the area around the 50 mark. Well, we added the MACD and EMA to the MFA, and we removed the signal line from the MACD. The main reason we use MetaTrader is that TradingView only allows us to use two indicators or oscillators, and that's why we provided this tutorial in the MetaTrader environment. Let me discuss in detail a very important point about the signals we receive. The absolute priority is that for any long positions we take, it's crucial that the candles must definitely be above the EMA line. In MACD and MFI, we do not need them to be positioned above the line, and the signal received is such that if the MACD lines themselves are positioned above 0 for long positions, in the context of trading, if the MFI breaks upwards from below, meaning three factors align together, it can be our buy signal with them. Now, maybe the MFI is high and the MACD is low. As soon as the MACD breaks upwards, meaning the 0 line breaks upwards, it counts as our signal with them. So there is no priority between MACD and MFI, only when there is a cross between 0. When the MACD and the 50 MFI cross occurs, we receive our signal. Now, whichever happens. For the second time, it means it is the second priority. Okay, let's go look for signals and see where we can have a signal. Well, let's come to this area. This area where it has broken downwards, let's conduct an analysis. As you can see here, we observe that with the candles crossing the EMA, the MACD line is higher, meaning that the MACD in this area is positioned above the 0 line. However, since the MFI is above 50, it is not a signal for us. Well, let's move a little forward. As soon as the MFI breaks below, it means this area can be considered as our buy and trois signal, meaning we consider this area as the buy signal. For the stop loss levels, we have the highest point of a swing that occurred, meaning this area, let me draw a line here, meaning this area as our stop loss level, is placed, and the truth is that I set the take profit based on the EMA, meaning when the EMA breaks upwards. However, many friends don't do this and proceed with a trailing stop. This is my own strategy, and many friends set take profits of 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 for this strategy. So for now, we had a profitable signal here. Alright, let's continue. As you can see, the candles have moved upwards here, but overall the MACD and the EMA themselves are above the 50 line, so for us, this doesn't count as a buy signal. Let's go back here again. As you can see from the analysis, the candles here are below the EMA line, the MACD is below the 0 point, and unfortunately, we don't have a signal here up to this point. As you can see, all the criteria we have here are okay. This means, as you can see, the candles are below their EMA line, the MACD is below 0, and here we have the MFI crossing, the 50 line, and we place the pole stop loss line in this area. Well, as you can see here, if we enter here, it gives us a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 3. Well, let's move on to the next points and conduct an analysis for buy positions. Here, it has given us a buy position, but keep this point in mind, because the distance between the swing we have, meaning this area and this area, is very large. So we do not take these positions. Well, let's conduct an analysis here as well. It can be said that we have a signal here, because the upward trend line has been broken, meaning we place our stop loss here and the position we took was here. It can be said that it gave us a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, and it wasn't bad here either, meaning it didn't give us a false signal. So let's do an analysis here as well. You can see that the MFI is above the 50 line, and here we have a MACD crossover upwards. We make a purchase here and place our stop loss approximately in this area, which I think gives us a risk to reward ratio of over 8 or 9. As you can see, this strategy is very successful. Many of the positions I take using this strategy are successful, and it gives you a win rate of over 80–90%. Now, no matter which time frame you want to work in, use this strategy. If the number of likes for this post exceeds 50, I will provide this strategy in detail. I will provide it to Friends in Studies 4 and 5 at Oxford. So please, if you like this strategy, share this post with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay with me. Also, make sure to check out the previous posts that were about trading strategies, and let me know if you like this strategy or not, and whether I should provide this strategy to you as an expert or not.